A beautiful song by Paul Simon, Diamond on the Souls of a Shoe. Well, you're watching, thank you so much. Aha, Oyerepa TV, Jumedino, Oyerepa Breakfast Time. We're trying to OBT segment here to see OBT agenda. And check, Madam Abeja for Eddie, na wohunu money dem komono ashisha so ba me kanfo prekese natural ginger drink the amount. Prekese natural ginger drink sugar nim and afin so preservatives bia enimu and any side effect bia esane se yan kasankasa Ghana yenuane ye bia na yede aye yede prekese yede ginger kekedro and afin so ewo na yede aye ewo ene pa bebre ma onipadua ebustu immune system no esanso so ma nufusuo eno achi no mo a eya mo joint tire mo ya mo joint pains no eboa mo pa no ye friend no arthritic pains pacho onnom prekese ginger drink ni bia eyade a ebeboa papa afen so ebo akoma no ho ban eba moja no di afru sane ye papa open dodo etua ma menchro there are so many places abenya bia top a obetimi akwakoton Oko Promise Herbal, and now back Promise Herbal, I wo Oyerepa FM building Nimua, Prisons Runabout, wa Ubinyano Dodo, etu na waton. Nanajua ewo Aprade Methodist, Blessed Require ewo KO, Pure Leaf Herbal, and so ewo Ebuakwa, Ebeng, Ebuakwa Police Station, no, Efua Sapon, Okos Sontreso KCC School, Ubuhuno ewo ho. Mama Benewa ewo Afon Kwanta opposite Anwem Clinic ehonso etubiton ewo ho Sister Chia ewo Esreso Station oko akate truck shop nso ewo Dotte Junction ubenye bi ewo ho Abbas Electricals ewo ahafo mem ena Ajiman Information Center enso ewo Oremase na momu no okupie mu ewo Tonsu S-line bonsuo mu dia na Sister Fia ewo ho fa number yi se open dodo etua 0548 953324 0548 953324 open drinker with the good shopper e contempa e prekese natural ginger drink shenenso na kope bi nom na wapomuden no nsisi so ye emfa maw na me kai wo se kwasia de da ye nimu e Father's Day this Sunday e Father's Day janumu nyina eda sene Mother's Day ba yedi ne fefefe na ye hye ye maame no mu animunyam in fact edu Mother's Day kura kwada oye oba kura ye say happy Mother's Day to you because oba bia a potential mother ampa sanso na be me bia nso a potential father enti no na wo say ye kan na eto obi atimu say oye agya hwe na ye wadwuma a wo say wo ye be a responsible father enti eye kwasia day we are celebrating fathers ewo Oyerepa TV ni Oyerepa FM premises here. There'll be live band music mijidi say be mo ani age papa eno achi nso health screening be koso na yade ni bia ye screening papa for no ewo mo prostate ye hwe o prostate status na ya check mo sugar level nso amamo na mo nso amo ese ho problem no ya hwe na ya screening mo Acho yabuafo Bosheba Electricals, 21st Clinic, City Hospital, Heaven Showers, Lovers Band, Joyam Company Limited, Wono enede prekese natural ginger, drinking no aba edwaso, enwechi Mama Joanna Deco, enso so etayechi den aye this edwumedi brewo. Inti Father's Day ni de media nkabeya nkafi if you other kono started we she in advance kra na aye kama tifa ho hye mu bi uni babia odo papa eko Father's Day a fa ne bra Oyerepa FM na on ba magi nani na afin so ye man free health screening enso so enka ho ye be check mu BP ama wo mo na afin so afutuo a wo se de ma wo mo for mapomudin mu no a doctor for ne a nurse for ebeba na omo aboa nti hye nso na ma papa ne nje wankasa nso ye agya yin susu de na nso so bra na beji wani ebie na eye kwasia de ya ewie ne saade a na ye hye ye nkomo twetwe no aseme kanfo e de amount say odo WhatsApp messages ne beba na makenkan e de amount 0322497263 eno ene o WhatsApp line abefa na odo messages no afa so e de aba Vincent Ampoma ewo Epoye Mantemu Eastern Region osi kura owo mu ne freno in Sutem or say I always watch your program I have opened it wide here for all my neighbors to listen. God richly bless your program. We love it so much, and please add me to your platforms. Okay. Yadasi Bebre said, Vincent, also the message, Abba. This one says that I have told the CEO, okay, conversation where the beto baby na actually yashena yedi a home common. This one says, Bibi, if a PRO doesn't have patience enough to allow you to end with your question and will jump in the middle of it and be angry, I'm not too sure if he understands his work. Well, I believe he does understand his work. Sanko mama no esiya and come a question me busa about ne omanfo bi nso eka in the midst of arrest or my no anke bi obetima say nanka wetimi assure sankrofo no say police is on top of their game na omutu anamompa to ensure say omo eye safe wa mama no ensi and not jumping in because or some use a word they say or my lecture well who ensemo eno OPK ewo go so or say visionary and competent and another and MPP government MPP government's good governance is giving the NDC nightmares for another defeat in 2024 with their usual lies and propaganda, but we're focused in fixing the mess they created in 8 years. And our CBB say also do message Abba. My guests are seated with me this morning. A lawyer William Kusi, or a private legal practitioner with Dominion Chambers. With him as well, George Akom, or assistant registrar at Ghana Communications Technology University, or Sansoso Ehwenimu, said Nevishia or Emma Amanfua a war a year Afram Plains in Potemu Huninano, Wono Ebebo Empire Tainechi, na ye mensini krachia, Yabunidin, na Osumpa, or also the Sumane Manfono, or the Ababesum. He's a fine gentleman, and I know. Say he has a lot up his sleeves for Nemanfo. Therefore, Nimpeni for me, Mamma Chain, and Damasian pay. You know, I just ahoden wo hodie ahoden wo pa ye de nyankopon ase papa yes national vetting because so on cry egusu ekoso omo ye no original basis so ebedumu so ye hwe ni mo say Ashanti region ebedru so na nyame ayi adom na yetima kwa kopim so the odi two dwan sa na yesre nyame maya kwanya ye mesum no na ya o kan crofont ya se no yesom no say e o munji ndi se mo besum fo se bia mo botom ti na monam exactly but ya na your individual differences so see ye kan na ye se bedu across bedu yasa kwasem bi ha ye kan ya yintimi nka se obi a wa mo adwuma sa na obi a so adwuma etie eno ntina sa bia kwanya ba kra mpanim fo se amfo na kire ne nto aso nti omo mba yire wo mo obi anim yenim places bi ho kro obi an contest wo mo because of their good work and good works course wo nji se nyame yo adom na be hye wonsa wo hwe nipa be 31 million approximately na ye use ko da bibia no if you call men's no so kra nipa wo ho no mo doso ndi so ye kan difo a wo se wo hwe se de wo koye no be to form amobia sumadwono na in the larger scope na be bua Ghana benefit iti na botwa wo in the districts ni nyina obi ye na adwuma kama ye be ba be kasi ani no na asia ni pepe there is a value change se ba kokra say ya it means ni na so bedu akro say bedu as nti obi a obenya kwanya bi o say that should be your focus say and I know say the way we are passionate about entrepreneurship say unya kwan na ebebo papa it's one thing I'm keenly looking out for entrepreneurship at the district level ebebo pa my mema lawyer nso akwa baneja ompini ni minimum kakra council ede nyame ase papa anopa de nkomo no doso de na ne kese wo mu pa ye security issues ekoso ewo yeman ni mu anopa ye ne Ashanti Regional Police PR din nkomo wa my update us to some of the arrests womo aye regarding highway robberies, domestic robberies, and other types of crimes. Mobile money for your bomb chrono, or much chibi, or more than so should be a woman now or more achi woman. But in the midst of such assurance, there is growing concern within the public. Say indeed they don't feel safe. Ubi or more crisis simple no. Say a bonus sia no prepare no where do feel because some person soon do a betono a krumu na entiase anya adwuma ewo ho no kakrama hemse bufu kakraba e me ofia homa no so adenti na me kasenkofo feel insecure na ye nsɛmtwerɛfo na say assure public ni say the police is on top of their game. You know, so they no share issues koso e wo man mu na IGP say wama banks no up to the end of the month this month so we provided bullion vans bulletproof wom e be say the timeline no any realistic looking at the fact it's about 2 years ago when the banks di hu komo nobody ensured compliance then now you police need the push banks na say end of the month no omonye Bank of Ghana and so aka bullion vans ho asempɛn and before parliament in 2019 the governor ekotena parliament anim ka say oh at that time no bullion vans ya attack bia amoko kan say crowd omo air force for di nkomo a ye de helicopter and e disika be kwa pen now yenya hunu bi de they continue to be attacked ye de fahin does it appear say the security service agencies no any on top of their game ana Niema asem no kran so yehu any wireless message and any 2 days appear upper east regional police command caution all regional commanders say I hear na bandits be a Burkina Faso in fact her statement no say e bi mpoma wura mu deda e den na ye and aban no so ne chefa ewo in resourcing and retooling the police lawyer Mesha say e dey free honomo na mabusa say are you as concerned as other Ghanaians the way our insecurity in some corner?
No, that's baby. I'm cheerful for you. I'm the security there. It should be every Ghanaian's concern. We'll be our security here because the burning for no baby no one second chance. Yeah. And a back baby a ben one so no one say two. The concern. Ejuma with me do be asem no be any happy. So when there's laxity in security, so we also with me to yauka. Yeah. And adebia and here but from the narrations and analysis here, I'm sure that visibility should be the solution.
You police
exactly. Baby send a baby your word in the class obey you. National security were around her, very difficult time. Yeah. And those days, commander people introduced police visibility near the other, gave them a station, equipped them. I'm saying, I want to say, Shemukina. Now, police follow your home visibly in uniform, armed. Send a bear, Obian take you home for granted. Never mama see crime, no. Now, because of reasons, so bizarre questions be when there was security, so is it not sponsored? I don't know if you recall it. The whole former president who was then in the opposition.
The term contract killings.
Exactly. He was of the opinion that some of them are sponsored. And looking at the police wireless message, say, bandits be free, Burkina Faso, it could be, say, people want to create insecurity in the country. And so that is why the police have been equipped to deal with the issues.
Have they been equipped enough?
Oh, yes, I think they have. The excuse of Yenika, near that, I don't believe it. It's commitment. Because if you have money and you go to the police, there will be a car available. You get the point. And I'm talking to you from my practice. And it is not the case, it's a police police in Tina Basa is commitment. Report to case I said I come be a group case he went reported the case will be a man information say and I don't know about attacking. Police wanted they don't have enough men at the station T uncle or friend and friend operations boss and what the patrol phone number man. Now, apparently, when I was giving the number to him, Sanuma Pushi operation commander, and to say, and I do not call him. And indeed, the people went, attacked him, and now also hurt one of them. Now, police threatens on Betchinis will put I'm telling you, and you can follow this matter. A lady investigator was fighting on for me. Says, what do you mean, Bozo? Wa go efi ebro no ko wi anajo no.
Anko efi.
Ono adika atwa nipa no aso. I know they are concerned because Plano compared to the other guys. Nipa 4 no timi overpower back.
To a better no be ginechron Casamu police for Munim sa operation.
Obi uko bi vie anajo level ko rob na wa adini nye.
Wo san so krabo no kokose wo ba.
Enti this is what I'm talking about. After the any argument of here I say there was only one person at the station. Na mse kwa hu jina na mko jina this guardian ka any one person. And so it's about commitment.
Yeah.
When we talk of equipment, now I'm told say it was CCTV cameras. And yet your money installed lately before ne kakra ho. So okay, kidnapping is be na boa mo. Yeah. Mom timi lidi ya hu ni pakro. Now we say the police for si ye adwuma uncover na. Let's just say it's not just about equipment. It's about commitment. Yeah. They are not committed to follow up.
Or pepani ni ho.
Pepani ni ho nti say nipa ni police ni dia na well wa hwe ho ni eku ani etina ba bia. And that is what we have to see in the police service. And the military so yeah ni seempamonko gumuram. But I think that we should revise that position. Because when they are involved, for instance, there's an special occasion. You have to say bandits you rekuruma.
But now I see a two mugumo.
Yes, in some way see ayu. And now it's not about the bush or barracks. We have to release them. And when the Omicron, they are more civil than the police. Yeah. When it comes to interacting with
the civilians.
Yeah. Oh, they are nicer and better.
Yeah, that's true.
And for us to suggest that soldier need bomb and not just any yadi police and US a crew high and you especially in times like this. I feel insecure. No, a man and I'm sure say agrophone and it's all about the visibility. Yeah. Who say a soldier for so at crew. Boy am mobile. I'm Jesus oh yeah, nipa boni ni na who say a member Matthias Kuruma. Obi an country so so keteneda. Yeah. On beda na at least peace apa. And the muma and I am in over exaggerating the occurrences because that is also creating a problem. When we cry wolf when there's none, that wolf no beba no. Usu obi ama. On the net. And it's here near analyze here. Let us be moderate with the analysis. But this IGP and no apart can say Kevin Kwana Kronuni. And that statement to some extent is true, except that the position that is occupying, he shouldn't have made that statement. But Kronuni will be, in fact, the most sophisticated countries like United States. If you go to New York now, have crime rate in Ghana. I mean, you can't compare. Yet they have all the equipment. But that's it. You know, crime there will be, but it's the attitude of the police towards stopping or resolving it in any day calmness.
And that is true because in New York, crime in ABC, but the speed with which a police for chini panel or maybe crime scene war, for the whole day, that whole community creating me cordon off, and by the close of the day, the near chini pakro,
Obi ewu under mysterious circumstances. Near ko post-mortem and say, "Pusiamo 3,000 Ghana." As if say the state is not concerned about the death of the person. It's not because criminal matters and yet individual. Yes. That's a open cause of death. I say, and these are some of the difficulties. So I say, well, why would I invest 3,000 already dead? Near Janeko. That's any problem in a more. You be a Masandi Ayono. And the thing I can't. As some American, we are making an investigator. And you know all she told me? No. They don't have money to look after the injured criminal. You know, Minipana Metiaka. I'm saying, I say more. I'm missing that. I say, on the person's money. And I'm saying, I only use all the personal money. That's why you're a police officer. The state will reimburse you. Say, you can out there and abandon Tiaka for me. A time 2 years, you'll be reimbursed. So, engineering a commitment. I was asking myself, has this police officer been trained as a police officer? Because when the cousin speaking to a lawyer, and she was not guided at all. Because ignorantly, Ofi said, that is how it is. And then some Obi be yenas, and it's a Akwana mon home bank Yakuna, Ko because you. And Tigana Nidia mon home by Emma Nina Ho, and ya let Moda Muzuna. Okrama pa, see because you are the crop.
Yeah, Tino.
Dina or no ne dey so be ya alarm yes on the be chikro for na ma obi ti fie ni krama be po be 1 hour
o fi
kra
bu krama do hardware
the next no bo wan say the two jina ne no able to ti when they raise the alarm me per dogs I have a lot of dogs in my house buy a CKGs ni be 11 no because I trust that omodie nobody can influence them.
Man's best friend.
Exactly.
Yes.
Omo pe ma say so me da ba ko ba me dan no abeda ho say. Angels in the guide no so
guide.
And you na employ your own private means of securing access. I believe that is also a solution.
Okay, Mr. Com.
Yeah.
Security issues.
Yes.
And then the kokoso ni atete a free service commanders ho IGP assurance or the Bank of Ghana and so anamuntu ana ye hwe ni musumbu tuo de da yo montu a we aba besie kamia is o man no ye pemoto hododo because enema nke betima prevent some of the crimes aye hu no ye di hu nkomo a aka na muntu your take
many am da say ma mencha me pesu aso for such a fam place robon so for nana dan kwaju bisan ye o man hin ho mechia no very much ba ko dia kuma man hin no pe nana mechia kase pa de fa Oyerepa TV so many me nyakwanya kasafa sa situation several times now it's a very complex situation or say tembia and say the Bible can say there's time for everything
sure
now tembia ni perceive a solve problem there you need to look at the root cause and I believe in what we call the cause effect analysis
okay
tembia crime media effect analysis exactly say obehwe baby ade ni free say dua say utu na se a utu wi ade aka no so msu otwa woti a aka homa na no na me ka no mo srem afdie so say ohun dua bi efre na na sutrum homa say wo pese utu ase a afu bebre ba wo kokwa se a otwe ade aka ni nyina no enka hwe biem all these crimes na me dey yanoma categorizing into 4 classifications
okay
maka economic crime maka political crime, maka social or job related crime, and then a chieftaincy crime.
Okay.
Some of these crimes be quite happy or more for who is very complex. But the here say yeah woman you be kwan you be fa so you be solve once and for all. Because I'm giving this background just will be on the reason or the ball the corona now the deal and now the basa basa. But I mean I still believe in what Reverend Father Martus he was one of the philosophers and one of the researchers.
Okay.
I still believe in that concept. Say when the population is growing, without a commensurate economic growth, we will be seeing chaos, crime, and all this is coming. And he was arguing with Adam Smith, the father of economists. We should allow everybody. But if we are saying say dynamics near the SSA. And intina Mimia Atta Williams or Casimir Emidepa was say if angels were to be govern men, no government would be necessary.
Yeah.
But if men were angels, there wouldn't be any internal or external controls. We are saying that Honesans in the Payenya Penity, when you be any pomba barbe from, and into the institutions. On this particular issue about this security issues, you might come once, say, media, maybe I'm a background of Frinty. I think we need to change the modus of operandi. Policing. I think some of the means are obsolete.
Okay.
When you say yeah, conon so akronfo no ne a wudi fo no mo bobo aho be no so pepa fufu aka ne ne mfa moto mokro no
yeah
bianka kura bi as obi kura ko bokro no nwumre no akude no akwatwa obi board ye bi nanka ye che no kura na ya twe na so kakra but nipa doors all these situations are coming up and you also pe kwan ye dey share that kind of situation.
Okay.
We share the UN standard of policing, which is 1 to 500. 500. Then lawyer can say my visibility. You can't say you cry and so because we share the ratio I always is about 1:800. You don't meet that benchmark.
But is that not why the visibility strategy bebwa? Because say all the police call baby to say Santasi. Na o station a team of 3 was Santasi runabout. Now could station a team of 3 or Santase station. Mundo sunti no moye ne saa mumu a a bit me aso obi aso na.
I'm trying to talk about a new approach because American so other institutions be afafa. Police for be guide be co bank operations, be co officers, be fee parliament, normally other state officers in that regard. So you need to look for an alternative. And internet there be a background information systems in Timaka. So we need to start looking at that digitalization.
And that reminds me, and there is going to be a passing out ceremony for police officers I are training across the country.
Exactly.
That exercise is taking place.
Exactly. And to share the technology aspect here, I've advocated for this for a very long time. I've written several publications on that. Say, now, you intimate but there's always a time you meet my name kakra.
Okay.
Say that CCTV approach in surveillance system no be more prevalent. Baby. Now my suggestions been were trying to support situation be an
Okay.
Human to human policing because it doesn't give any real time and responsive approach to solving that problem. We have to say they call bullion do they have any tracking system? No. Ofaka, none my typical instance, one of the transport stations, Obi, Okotuna Kano, do Jumedia Udians or 4 years. Now, more than one far bag into Munyan Rook, Masos Messidians and Munsime. Tell my yarn on tracking through the CCTV monitoring room. And one of the officers here on the car said, driver, a brand so Shatari, they said you should be, who drew her baby, Fanifa the nearest police, and Power Mobile, so Messi Amsi baby at them. Trump Yadoko, and this bullion van movement, and if you be Internet of Things, you bet me out digitizing every device equipment to be a bullion van is a tour, baby a coffee can cry, baby a coffee as well come to me. But if they have been able to put all this automation, these tracking devices, even can chrome team, if you have this system, say microphone tracking credit, you can tell you say be cautious. So I say, and you think I made the attempt be when me come about that digitalization approach, intimate move on because
nearly 2 days a video be where the best practices were used, how are we managing bullion vans?
Yes.
And in the van, no CCTV cameras boom.
They are being tracked.
Van no.
CCTV camera. Until what you will be all be to the nearest distance.
So it will be surprising if they don't have a tracking device.
Oh no, they don't.
They don't. So cheap. Private people.
If you cry to car cry ordinary. And now more dream. That is why we sometimes come to offer.
See, this is the problem. Among for Nyanti, I say bullion van services no. Your Bank of Ghana mainstream bullion vans are almost disburses sika to commercial banks. And your almost so many deposit takers. Almost contracted private security companies. Say womo embeju musika fanko bank ma womo kofa sika fan free bank ma womo. It is our private security companies no bullion vans no. And our problems no one. But Bank of Ghana bullion vans there, fit for purpose.
Yes, fit for purpose. But how many of them? Bank of Ghana back up. Even a doors to cry regions now. But we have banks, Krobia, when you to so back, we have numerous banks.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that
the
Bank of Ghana, Edisika, Ghana commercial bank,
different.
A bullion van.
Exactly.
But maybe a supermarket.
Yeah.
Meaning say me sika bebre.
Yeah.
Me pesa me de cash na me de be bank.
Yeah.
It's me private security company.
Arrangement.
It
was in that regard. But I'm trying to talk about the approach of the NLC system.
Sure.
Where crimes in be see you don't get evidence. Lawyer any crime we need about 99% proof. And suddenly to me a judge. The reason I now digitize and digitalization system no one say if it's offense no crime and a crime this we can have evidence to pass judgment and to even use the law against them. We share a system where my suggestion it is a drone system hereby. Drone is one of the ways I mean the quickly and solve the responsiveness of these crime places and as a crime situations echo.
Yeah.
It's our family chrome drop so for instance, we trek kumawa, we free or cordons to take in Kwan or Unshia Krubia. In the Zoom is a chrome for cotton now what to run my company ever faster bet. That is why I was offering a suggestion. Says I drone a buy, and it was not only for medical distribution or whatever. You know, some of the drones are high sensitive kind of devices. Cameras from the pioneer that will be. You quite yasi and any edition for Nini where it is. some of these things, we can deploy about 3 of them across that vicinity at the end of the day, so that we can clone those people around quickly. Then we na petrol. Nti baby see be and he was sentence ya be war. Masi habia very good. Said we are mena kono mampon ye drug distribution. So we horse and see quickly. You need helicopters, but we can deploy some of these drones and then clone the people. Now you track it. And no man rare time kind of situation a bit me actual. I'm happy saying people by a day. Our Alpha project, we're supposed to deploy about several CCTVs across the region. Now, we see a hotel be a mamba me be a kukumba. So the footage I buy and a boama sabi yetimi hu the evidence. And here we do that parallel with the number of police officers I there. Because you say be human to human police here. So then a attitude on the part of the police, the kind of train on we share security and intelligence system. From Kakram say by the section 12 of the new Intelligence Act, Agency Act, that investigative aspect of BNI, as they say, change everyone is more on intelligence. For instance, Burkina now they reference. They should know all this. The security, sometimes the visibility no crano, Macron for no crano, it mean quine. And then our other places, a CID system near very high. When Macron was a security officer, I had the other tied to mission. And this maybe who are said now come visit me maho. Sort as here, and Ubeko baby could no a cripple, so no intelligence officer or timid information the echo. And we need to have that comprehensive approach. I'm happy to say new security strategy abeno. You look into the ICT aspect. Even seeing to me in the areas crime prone zones or no tembiano ye betting. But me on the other aspect for some of these bullion van and then the financial issues. And I think it's hard time you need to look at the approach here. Sort I say, maybe a that's why even the Bank of Ghana governor is talking about currency. But the same place is be a union more or mudi I think the way I first wa your Kofesikano, we should look at it again. That is why I be brain say Omubekwa Kofa timing any be a route or mobile fastening very, very important. Now mobile money about first bit my expanding transfers, interbank transfers near that now more on electronic way. And you best solve our problem. You need to have another strategy, adding to what was recently launched. I think so now we are national strategy. And then we have also expanded the Intelligence and Agencies Act. Now you want to add in your account, but more better way I bit my you should be cautious. Said another can equipment any other logistics where you know the same thing. There's a dog 1 gram. Maybe say Ubabi and Kramer 2 cranament man talk. And we need to look at that in a more comprehensive manner. Say but the law no case most citizens be a by. And to share the kind of situation you won't see no and you might be brave na air having I made reference to Nkrofo almost so a baha or illegal route at the power man. No money can be in Caleb. The
borders are still closed. Bandits.
Now, the last time I checked, I think we have about 45 unapproved routes.
More than that.
Per my research, maybe it could be more than it's about.
That.
Into one crime be bra, almost fast over. And I think the immigration system where your hands should beef up. Now, you're young, Cassa. We will crowd him and tell me, no one in Amhosa. Na pese obiya be huni oye but me nim no kra me pese me diverge information to the security agent na me kan we no more so me see fear abeya there is part of the way intimi combat crime you say obiya yes me mfa ho first na kan is nka wo ba bi na BBC a you nyina go twi
mfa ho na ye fear anase
yes fear
say
usuro se bia me ne wo da bo ho ye kum obi nti ye fra wo ma ho anase wo be report to say asem bi esi na da achi ya ba abachi no di nti a ye musuro ne se bi kra ya be report to say me nua bia ya de ne na ko police station no ade be chi no ne nam krum enti doc me nua lawyer hu na onko ka ho asem bi
on entrust police for no.
Yes, that is
to protect our identity.
Yes,
you be cannot send me to
because when him say Nkrofo omu ye niam abone said the na do me lawyer can so catch us say what na ye be ba ho and they were to report to the police okay kra na nkomo person be fees and you know na de ne ho ji mu ankomo nko they say na each for himself
de ne ho ji mu kro
manko nti that aspect of patriotism and so free ho no and so can be
and that reminds me I mean you know me kan interior minister in an open interview say what is baby a bullion van the attack no obi private CCTV be capture scene no.
Okay.
Na Nipano is not cooperating with the police. Na or ujinasa akwenya no so interview no so appeal to the person say or cooperating with the police. And I'm saying, oh Papa, Interior Minister, you are endangering the man's life because that could be the only evidence about me microphone anymore.
Yeah.
Now what can we interview say? What do you expect the criminals to do? You could have done a backroom conversation with this man.
And sometimes the way I fear, exactly, volunteer information.
Exactly.
But the way sometimes you discuss issues of national security on the media and also some kind of effect kakra. Intelligence system because some of the situations we secret wanted the next day they are changing. And so the responsiveness that we are talking about, logistics, availability of logistics, sophisticated.
You wireless message say I'm worried about it, pa.
Yes, that is why I'm talking about attitude. I want to come there, even as to how we enlist people into the security agencies. This is something that we need
to passing out to a die recruit of not here.
Yeah, whether we heard it or not, the most important thing is you be selection nipa ye do mo kono mo background ye be checks.
Yeah.
When say be go kra ansa na ye be ma kwan say bra police system, the kind of exam, the kind of test in terms of the psychology and all these attitude na ye be hwe bi kra wo school credit ma ko say me nua bibi wo ho no school na ni suban te say. And then the way I do mo wura no ye nchichi akronfo police for won bi. Ye nchichi situation ya di tu no kra wo be say police ni na de ma me. These are some of the issues where we cry intelligence ba no. No bi say leaky. There are always insiders. Say be a near says here, but sometimes because we don't have evidence, we don't want to talk about that. But ubie ni hwa ubetimi akobokro no a te say bank we, especially the internal ones no. Ubetimi wuro mu ahwekura baby a safe ni ade obi hu.
Yeah.
Because uko bank hwa baby a vote no one ahwekura untimi wura hoda. And sometimes people inside are there.
Say mobile money kroni ekosu omo police for na kase per investigations or my crime analysis no telcos no workers ni bi
and the diverging exactly if you call pincos who are you did me breaking into ni but those are the back end administrators of the whole network no you can see your password and this almost person that is why sometimes when I get the opportunity I always talk about attitude. I believe in attitude. Say attitude and not Confucius, one of the Chinese philosophers, he was talking about saying rice. He wanted the governance to be in the form of rights. Say, don't do this, as he said about the golden rule. Don't do unto others as you don't want them to do to you. But yeah, nyanesa. And internet that be me can say, what this animal kafra. Now we selection into the police service here. We need to look at all this. And this but no more and the approach here, the form, especially the training of Mokunyano. Maybe a 6 months no more pass out to, but baby or high brosa. Yes, I'm more matches. You know, my baby. The CID department, they need to look at all these things. Then, when you look at the databases of our crime, and also what saying, so that we need to capture his fingerprint so that next time, Sebase, you can
capture.
Oh,
fingerprints there has been there.
Oh, not recent.
Oh, yeah, I'm capture fingerprints.
Yeah, listen, it's a crime.
Can't be a committed crime. For fingerprints.
Equipment no use
but it was there. So I'm talking about one question we are now we buza and say now you said any national database afeni e gada nti se mo pick fingerprints na system men are more running all through
and you develop more on the forensic near the so all these are here with the National Identification Authority registration near the cards are here and when we synchronize them now you're linking up to all these security agencies and but I still believe we need to add the ICT aspect to it so that we can have more real-time approach to solve some of these problems. Now, that human-to-human policing is becoming obsolete. So even the approach you cry, you should also be changed. All these things, we need to look at it. I think but the other side also how we can make sure people who come into the country, we have checked them through the immigration department.
That is if they use the approved routes.
Yes.
But if they don't
find them, what do you do?
What do you do?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
And one thing I hear the Ghana ha. I mean say there be Americans say Ghana ni bia wakwa bruchire da anani onkwa bruchire kwa ya tesa stories no da. Say onamwa immigration timishia they demand all documents. Mu ofie ni abebo doorbell. Nipa dodo send the ofie ha. Mo form documents mbra. But you krom ha ye hunu bi.
I mean, because during the 1969, alien compliance order. Now, because of the ECOWAS protocols, free movement of persons near the
but there's still limited. After 90 days,
you need to know why you are here, and then go through the proper registration and also residential processes.
Very well. And I mean, education should be here because what we have been told by immigration officers is the landlords and so are
yeah.
So per law, no per immigration law, no your landlord now or foreign at now there are requirements. Also, a copy of the passport, a copy of the resident permit, a copy of the work permit. Now, say BBC at least what my assistant police for with information. My lawyer, there is one other issue. A security asemo proliferation of a tool. And many sure say a tool a ton of shops. There be chromophobia no or robbery or an accredited gun dealer or akoto to aji who receipt. I mean who say or no and a bit matrice 202. But there are guns in the system where yen capture ya. Yen nimu nipa kura ukura. Na no etu omo de koy operation omo kira they are assault rifles. Assault rifles also you turn on the open market. When your police in your soldier ni awuntimi nkura bi. So but every year you di UN Day, an International Small Arms Day. We hear our IGP, we hear our Interior Minister, it's security experts are omo ye fanfare to commemorate the day. Ni gather to kakra ni apagya to muni ahye. But do you see a certain level of action? Say you to an among a retrieve guns I won't call for some illegal way, man.
Say this issue of proliferation of arms. It is ADBM say any bathroom chair you are taking for granted. But Ghana Hanem say
your Small Arms Commission.
A true crime not just a common.
Yeah.
Apart from the deco hunting, I approved now. There may be a bobra or copabito.
And I know of a correct me hand you
exactly. But these small arms, influencing machine guns, they were not things that was known in our system, say private people. But now it is. I will give you one occasion here. Say you buy China for no I conducted a case. They arrested Chinese. They were arrested with the boxes of pump action guns. Yeah, brand new.
Wow.
Somebody bad to protect themselves. Some go sighter. Tia kwacho man kan so baby. Na eka ema no.
How more defy him buy?
Because they are in boxes.
Wow.
And you know, how did it come in?
But what's the legal regime concerning guns? Individuals who cry.
You would have to register them.
Okay.
And in registering it, you should demonstrate the source of the gun.
Okay.
And for instance, so we could register two and say, who wouldn't need receipt, any evidence of where you
bought it.
And now I advise a call. Acquire letters of administration, so for being a demand.
Okay.
And that will be evidence enough for the police to probably register.
Okay.
And yes, sir, you register, but you agree with me, baby,
yeah.
I just say, boo, or system. And the Ama Nipa Bonnie for so access. And local manufactured guns, so the magazine, and so
yeah.
And it's effective. They use it for robbery.
Yeah. And
the sources in the baby, and the woman say you're taking it for granted. So it will be a gun and dear. And the Amana baby is here because they are I will be private people who will be.
Yeah.
omo de so de bomb ho ban enti education me sure say ye church nipa beti as go be otu ayamu register in fact ebi register but they are not renewed omo de end ye because
at we work say omo po de any problem because of am committee crimes or but near enya accounted for. It is not in any system, no. What would you advise? What should be the strategy? Because there be a retrieval of small arms. Strategy being a bit in the retrieval set way.
It's difficult because we are well unyetu our do to abontima
yeah.
Need them crown or the best the closest place because the mabit makofa. And there cannot be a law say young search will be at them, so that will be a very expensive project. And what I would suggest is say, my education in him who too. Na say we register as online say na say o confirm back to born now ubenya money.
Yeah.
Because am no illegal and then the punishment in so that one so.
Okay.
The law has been amended. And I was say yeah educated masses near TS say who too kona ko register. Na say who about power the register there's no way the police will refuse you. In fact, say who use bigger arm guns Nibia.
This is a pump action.
Locally, it can be registered for you here in Kumasi.
Oh, okay.
But smaller one, I'll bet you high the baby, no. I don't know how you're particular about. And you have to go through the process and it will end up in Accra before you are finally. So, maybe a little bit of background studies and who's I call the tradition in Sema, on Fanko ceremony and as a register. And you will be uncle register, and yes, Dako, who named the Bessie, the best of them near we near body be as now called the prison. Education is the solution. Me sure say your radical approach to be able to the eye. Now the next step will be
my encounter SWAT team.
Okay.
Be a war highway so that almost stop him, you know. And they were so professional. Good afternoon, sir. I'm a member of the SWAT team. My duty is to search your car. We are looking for firearms and narcotics. Do you have any on you? No, sir. Okay, help us search your car. Mami B. I say no. Open the door yourself, but make sure you are looking at me. Obo me search baby. Wow. We are no dama. In fact, salute to me. No dama sena. Okay. But I think Sesanka bit me more. We can intercept a lot of these criminals. You know, but we don't do a lot of that. Oh.
Police indeed.
Yes.
And very professional.
Very professional. The tone crow name the kasa very, very professional. So Mr. Com, small arms, what's your strategy? What's your plan? And then quite a bit so, especially because yet me armed robbers. Now you say two of you use any assault rifles. But it appears that police follow either they are not interested in where they got it, or maybe I won't find out, but I won't can't share the public. He said it is one of their guns, and AK-47 can never be used by an individual. But Akronfono only use AK. You could want to AK a police for a soldier for an immigration for. But I'm not so no more. Is it not coming from the system?
Yeah. Ka we kra etuo die se ka we ade bia ye commodity bia nipa de djuma bia no is for the good of the human beings and our population. We hear to cry purposely they were made purposely for wars.
And
protection and later by what is a protective device the boy who buy intelligence and how the boy who buy also per coin or the befa. So we cry minimum loyalty across will be no the born who buy and say it bonti na ubia so na baby is so difficult here quite a fast way call union more the dear bonifosema na di chrono bohun jumano any chrono any ade because omo fie kra no mkutabia so omo nku kra threaten.
That's right.
Na baby hu say tu no apart from the yewo Ghana ha na menu ya pani ka ho asem the sophisticated ones now they are all imported and na yenimi kwanso ene ma faso e ba Ghana ha although it's allowed so be abetimi the trouble, but you have to go through the right procedure. And your processes are not procedures of acquiring and then using a weapon like that. Nti dia na nwanwa se de obi se ye kwan a ye nuanu bitimi nye bia dodo no a bi kura se de na no si ayehwe na omo register ayehwe na me ye research kitu e bi statistics e minyaye civilians nkwa asa 2012 now about 500,000 guns registered. And now okay, let me come. I will come to the government and then the civilian. 2016 it rose to 2.3 million. And you hear the margin. I go so cost. Natures and Crawford energy too. Because can you say
it also indicates a sense of insecurity.
That's what I'm saying. When you get to home because of something, when you get home because of the babo by saying you'll be insecurity in our work. When you get because Nibia no mobile now and say go achia. Who said your work and invalid beside.
To be sure, say Anka the Purple Manka. A lot of people would not love to keep guns.
Exactly.
Situation mean
situation no true said they work. Okay. But who will be CC and also any badges or mobile with my protector. So maybe I make a friend so no and amana bedrus I say one win be any budget because they knew no mobile when any ho. And send a year had the rise of the number of guns bus system now doors because of some of these reasons. But the papa minister civilians in the Kutan be obia that them severe 1 or 2 reasons but now me was say research in sense kind do because they have not been registered no. By estimation by 2020 we have about 1.1 million our system
unregistered.
Our no estimation because it be a CBS artists will be kutotu no ni our system no. The main question me be where are they moved from? From the free for neighbor. Intina ya na kwa na asa intelligence system because dudu no na no ya chinkrofi ya say niam de konye tu na eguase ya ma packet niam and no intelligence wo de check sa niam ni nyina very very important say bia obi kura de niam bi kwa e betimi ahwe na lawyer can law there are several laws that guide the usage of guns even a tu no kura ye can we have central firearms registrar a true bia obi abeto bi also the ekoho and then fees in terms of transfer near there is a lawyer case be or the brew or time on near there there are laws I guide woman but they could this how Crawford win someone a hona ya na yem hihye na ye dey aba na sometimes we share woman be a chibi na tu ne kutam also says a den and the bar because somebody far playing the bar yeah they pass through the port of ABC airport if it is by Harbor. Okay. So on the fire check it. It's all the name be a bar. We hang performance inspector. Yes. And the then I am baby room. The boils down to the fact to say you better the entry because you need to work as you see buha. So machine gun lawyer can you need buha. And then it me baby pia. Who cause all the bar but the bar. How do we manage to register them? We can't come in and do report or any register. Send ye a different with a copy baby near Kofa. You beat me who say no. Any PA copy will be very well. And I think that these are some of the systems also you put in right at the airport and answer wherever that is coming from. And I get registration here capture so that just any panel be fee on one voluntary.
The thing is that by the law, no sir, so important to or say Minister of Interior.
Yeah, well, there are laws also guiding that. I'm talking about the fact that you need to look into the true BBA. You need to track where it came from.
Because it will be our serial number.
Exactly. So no more here. It is a your capture is an anchor. They now normally could deal with me somewhere. Even say two this year.
That is the challenge.
Exactly.
Near omudi dear uno. And then ye obi akwaji hutu me so import you.
Debi. And you know the
because interior minister ma to me say import AK-47 say obeton. Pump action fine. But AK and a boys in the bokro no.
And if I am the faba.
Exactly the point.
That's where we need to look at unapproved routes now.
But some unapproved routes, no, you don't have some border system now. A check is
exactly.
So we need to think of another way of dealing with some unapproved routes.
Exactly. Because if the means of transportation, you can one here.
The kind of search.
Yes, no, I don't come here. They said they walk and they were and coffee.
Ghana show can.
tie
and also money day because it will to shishe to ultimate dismantle no that shishe
lolly tie no come team division so many systems are tracking now your war IT systems be for port na scan na
ya mama activating phone lines now come on then to us so you be phone lines now to Samuel we want to hear from you 0322 497 264 0322 497 265 bra now so be kire wa dwene yemfa he ekwan be na yefa so a you beefy up security. We are impressed with police for Juma Omoye. Now, we are worried about the fact to say almost somewhere under resourced. And no, do you feel safe and secured in our nation? What are your thoughts? 0322 497 264 265. George, to us.
Yeah, many baby, dear Yana illicit, dear Amfa Papa Sono, and Nuna Yana, he says, walk, how do you retrieve them? And also, I watch a video. Eddie, because we have chromodia and she form.
Yes, special corner for
if you hadn't come to see form as a corner them grab a corner, said, yeah, because oh, yeah, on suspicious visit the other crowd to the meaning. Our mom person with the dear woman. Yes. And the Nina, I acquire also a fast way to me. Means a bit my identify baby and microphone how doubts on the wall. You call me baby on this year. No, you need detector.
No, cry. They share intelligence with Pussy for on air because I met the IGP James Apitu 1-on-1. I offered that intelligence. He did nothing about it, so I was forced to come on TV and say it. Say Langas near the day. Omona anajom sayam robbers. We omo Langas. Me chere baby omu bi omu tu hihye emusie na shrines because ahoy ma wutim tobeko ho no mu di omu tu sie up till today enye ho hwe cooperation ma de kwhye ho ma menko Joseph wo Ashaiman Achimota. Okay Joseph, good morning.
Okay. Morning, sir.
Yes sir. Achimota boko anope
boko
my inti we
me da ma nyame kira mo me demo na no paipa
yeah that's it.
Now, my passion drive me report back Accra. Now, come my friend, me come from above.
Okay.
Now, me work on the deeper of women foreigners. And one old now, me driver not that say the Commodio or the Dimo. Now, bound on your like. Almost for consequence in the work, and I made that. Na isi audio mukwa mani muno. I think same thing I expect. It's like those joking guys and I even call one teacher, one profo. Even French crowd, they find it difficult to speak.
Wow.
But I wonder if barrier there they will know. Barrier there the driver is here. They only give them something and then they pass away. They don't even ask. They catch it through but police in English. Or that time for good thing, but within short time on it, almost allow more.
I see.
And I want to say, like election time, the government in the I want to
Joseph, I will have to end your submission because Amanfo Bibrewa Homano, so you've made your point. But thanks for sharing that experience with us. Richard, then you say, Richard, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Sir.
Yes, sir. Pacho Itio.
Richard, the Pacho, the jacket here from
Pacho, a seminar de buyer, no, a seminar de buyer in a camp. We'll move on.
You come out and security aspect. Ghana na one and it's America deal. But yes, we didn't speak in the New colonial master. And she said, they are good to them, which are Ghana, the way of the professor. But me, not to let the people, we see yeah. It's work at sometimes I work as an Indian. They play all of my only whatever. Only to check on goes no matter any system. Two. If you also escape the aspect of the law, I don't understand you. That is 20 before the name I call the book. Yes, sir. We didn't know what Santa of the baby America. Someone or them answer. One of the minister, any police commander or her. And make it yourself the man. So only now for a pound more police system. They play all of my almost out of the
Okay. Richard, may I say, is it about the number or the quality of our officers? Thomas, Thomas, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Pachomi Ankaza.
Pacho, the person you can say. In quadrantic things, your mother must say, I almost say, what is the government doing about it? And he don't free to buy. And how did they get it?
They are under training.
What are they going to do?
Where Thomas, where
yeah, okay. I just want to know if they can answer that problem.
In fact, as we speak, we are buying plan about street children. There hasn't been any plan.
Yeah, not in what?
Yeah, but for now, so idea of moye no, omuda bontin no mo de tis kwan so no mo stress iska. You need a buying plan for them.
Are they from Ghana?
They are not.
Okay.
Are they from Ghana?
Immigration officers, they have to confront them and
the challenge, lawyer, the challenge is say akwada no gina kwan no ho a you cannot tell so e Ghana ni ano apart from Nigerians here o mo kala ni o mo tinwe e ka no Malifu ne Burkina Faso na mo te se nuano mo free no ya nti one man wo mo a you will not know one who say na ti no nti I have become you na bo street children. Yo Kojo, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes sir. Kojo mi nti we my last caller.
Hello.
Kojo o my last caller mi nti o.
Pastor. The American say yes ma'am phone you through papa. Hello.
Oh, meet you, pa.
But you say yes, ma'am, phone is through papa. If you say the security, and yet,
okay.
And he said, what's that program? I mentioned now, we start only policemen meeting, come on, no complaining, and my own casa. The chief police in here. If you say, me, nine, more, or more,
yeah.
Nanso so yenye timemfo no de Awurade fata ma de bi tu bi a ya fie de bi na de na ya de na ma no de one no police anyi ne ma wo kasa na wa gina no to kasa ndi na mu mi no ye wu yo so program no pra ye tro mo dia the police ni sa mo fa mo pe fa chombe bo o man no enka ho mo e wo ba ni sei no so na wo ko aduma na wo suro yes ye ko ye ma mo man no ye be de ni afo.
Okay.
Yes, you know,
Medasi Yo. Medasi Bebre will leave it here. Lawyer, all last words on George na
insecurity. Mijidi say pempenso adu no o se nyina ade ehunjim. Na enya suspicious situation bi a report to him say it's frustrating when you go to the police to report.
Yeah.
There are not times that humete. Yetimi suma obi buy a kind of storage chance or way there is criminal ko police station the otika no say nya criminal asako they say asam no court. Now that aspect no is criminal. It's so frustrating but you evil up.
Yeah.
We continue to do it at times you report to a senior officer.
Yeah maya bemumbu.
Exactly. It was maya bemumbu. Yan tonko so. Ya so ya hwe ya ho so bibi tu obi na hu a no man hint in term. So na be able to resolve issue. Now ultimately I would mesre omo kan about say omo soja from munyim at this season
at this time
when we are aware say there's threat of terrorism omo soja from
lawyer Ameda say George last word
yeah me asa pepe say the lawyer can say ye nyina nso so ye boa in volunteering information now at our various communities and yes so ye watchdogs in terms of say ye be vigilant the ekoso bia enkrofo bekromutim beninam communities no obi enu mo hear about na ye nuanum so aya o mo boa te say they obi frɛ an wo ka say o mo mankrofo obi wura mu no na bia waji kakra bia hye ne boto mo mo sa be gu o man mu a ye ya no mo sa ba be di ewu when say sometimes obi e ba o mo nam obi so na bo say nam ahoma so ednum bia so na ahoma afris so nti sometimes ya ye kan ni nyina no o say so ye hwe kwan ye fa so aye mansa nkrofo yi eba ye nuanum go mo kwa o me nko no mo fa wo mo driver ni kra o de ko se nko be fe se ono won form ana wane nam kwan so afa fe mo anu do ma ba be no wo ko no mo sa ba be ye o ha amo ma ni nyina no you need to share this common responsibility.
Okay, any Prince Aka.
Okay.
What China do class 6? They say Agogo, Asante Achima Agogo. Or say tears of joy today because it's been years of age, or it's been ages since I set my eyes on my class 6 teacher, Sir George Akom. I really love you and I have missed you.
Thank you so much, Aka. Which idea? Wakati ane bi from here, obejibu here.
Bia no agino.
And you also making impact. Naturally, I'm a rise.
George Akom, waso agino ni shira ni bi wa ha. George Akom, assistant registrar Ghana Communication Technology University. William Kusi, a private legal practitioner with Dominion Chambers. Gentlemen, thanks for your time. Tofiakwa is up next with TB. Eja Thomas ebe kan ehintasem e de akyere yen. Yeba sisia.